Hello everyone, good afternoon. So as we all know, we are here for discussing the project-based learning in the topic of replacement of batteries using LM317 voltage regulator. So these are the participants in our group, which are as Ahire Prasad, Ambhore Piyush, Andhare Abhishek, Bele Govind and Wagale Harshal. This project has been guided by Mrs. Dr. Mangal Deen. So these are the points that we are going to discuss. Problem ranking, problem statement, solutions, factor considered for solution ranking, individual solution ranking, final solution ranking, components and its functions, costing, operation and working. So comparing with other methods, advantages, disadvantages, applications, work schedule, work distribution, peer-to-peer learning, self-evaluation, self-criticism, strength and weakness, and conclusion. So starting with the problems, these are the six problems which are on with thought. So problem number one, energy wasted in industries during off periods. Problem number two, the motor damage due to sudden high voltage surges. Problem number three, the energy lost in industries and residentials due to conventional heating methods which are inefficient. Problem number four, accidents due to lack of knowledge about electricity and safety. Problem number five, energy wasted due to uncontrolled lighting systems. And problem number six, impact of batteries on the environment. Out of all these problems, the one has to be selected. So for that, we consider different factors and done the problem ranking. So this is the problem ranking. According to after a lot of discussion, we ranked all the problems and uh, looking at the numbers, it is clear that the variable DC power supply circuit uh, can be a problem, which is major concern. So after at the end, our group was at the conclusion that we can take variable DC power supply circuit as our problem. So, starting with the problem statement, nowadays using batteries as a power source is one of the major concerns for the environment as it can be used only once for limited span, as well as material used for it gets wasted. Getting these things into consideration, we had been finding a reliable and convenient solution which is eco-friendly that lasts much longer than these conventional batteries. So this is the problem. Then we need to find the solution, different solutions which we can implement on this problem. So these are the different solutions we found. First is using multiple output supply. Second is using multiple range supply. Third is using linear regulator. Fourth, using switching regulator. And fifth one is using LM317 as an adjustable voltage regulator. So one solution has to be decided. Again we rank the solutions using these different factors. These are the factors which we considered while solution ranking: cost, efficiency, maintenance, limitations, data available, and time required. So solution ranking was done individually. So according to Prasad, using LM317 adjustable voltage regulator can be a best solution for the problem that can be implemented for the current circumstances. Piyush also thinks the same that LM317 adjustable voltage regulator can be implemented so as to use variable DC supply. Uh, Again, looking at the numbers, Abhishek, that is me, also thinks that LM317 adjustable voltage regulator can be the best solution. But according to Govind, the linear regulator can be dominant over all other methods. And in the case, Harshal Wagale also agrees with him strongly. So after a lot of discussion again, we finalized the ranking and as of now, as we seen, the best solution was given to LM317 adjustable voltage regulator as it dominates over all other solutions. So it is selected as the solution and project for our group. So keeping aside the selected solution, let's have a look at features of other methods. Other methods are multiple output supply, multiple range supply, linear regulator, and switching regulator. So in case of multiple output supply, it is flexible, it has stable output, it saves time, space, and money. Moving towards multiple range supply, it also saves money, space, and time. It has multiple output ranges and it is efficient. Uh, when it comes to linear regulator, it takes time and it is bulkier circuit, but it provides constant supply and it has better regulation. And switching regulator is a simple circuit of all four circuits, and it has switchable output ranges and it is portable and efficient. So coming back to our original solution, so these are the components which we require to build up the circuit. Mainly consists of transformer of 13 volt. Actually, we use 24-volt transformer. So the second component is electrolytic capacitor. We used 4700 microfarad, 10 microfarad, 100 microfarad, all these capacitors operating at 50 volt, and 1 microfarad operating at 16 volt. One one more capacitor we used is 47 nanofarad. The resistor used were 2.2 kilo ohm, 240 ohm, 0.1 ohm, 6.8 k ohm, 10 k ohm, 47 ohm, and 8.2 kilo ohm. The fuse which we not even included in the circuit, but we taken it as component. Fuse of 1 ampere to 10 ampere rating it has been taken. We also used three potentiometers as RV3, RV2, and RV1. RV3 is 10K trimmer. RV2 has 47 ohm or 220 ohm in this range, and it is operated at 1 watt. RV1 has 5K ohm resistor, which we can and LM317 is a IC which is adjustable voltage regulator, and diodes we used. After that, all these component costing were done. Uh, First of all, most major component was transformer. It is having the Indian National Rupee of 6650. The fuse cost rupees 60 rupees. After that, we used the capacitors. All the capacitors are for rupees 20, and one high rating capacitor of 4700 microfarad has been for rupees 40. So the overall cost for this project was made 800 rupees and the miscellaneous of 100 rupees. So overall cost for this project was 900 rupees. So moving towards the operation and working of project. So as we can see, here are two diagrams. One is theoretical and one is practical. So initially, we need to know what is variable DC power supply. A variable DC power supply is very important for electronics projects, prototyping, and hobbyists. For smaller voltages, we can normally use the batteries as a reliable source. But when it comes to bigger or we can say high rated circuits, instead of using batteries, which we have to limited lifetime, a variable DC power supply can be used, which is implemented in this project. So basically the circuit consists of four major blocks. The first is transformer, second is rectifier unit, third is filter circuit, and fourth is voltage regulator circuit. So starting with transformer we used is step down transformer. So which has input of 230 volt AC, which we have in boards at our home. So it is stepped down to 24 volt, and the project can be operated at this voltage. So this step down transformer is used. Moving to the next circuit, that is rectifier circuit. Rectifier we used was full wave bridge rectifier, having consisting of four diodes connected as a bridge. So the rectifier converts AC input into DC output, but issue with this is it has pulsating DC output, and in order to remove the ripples in this DC output, we need to implement the DC filtration. DC filtration circuit is consisted of resistors and capacitors, so that we can get a smooth DC supply. So after all these three stages, we need to regulate the voltage. So for that we use LM317 IC. LM317 is the 3-pin series adjustable voltage regulator. This regulator provides output voltage ranging from 1.2 volt to 37 volt at 1.5 amps. This IC is easy to use and requires only two resistors to provide the variable supply. It also provides internal current limiting, thermal shutdown, and it provides more line and load regulation as compared to fixed voltage regulators. Because of all these features, this IC uh, so moving towards the video of our project practical working. So here the circuit was built and outputs were varied. Output was varied using potentiometers. So thank you. The further presentation will be done by Prasad Ahire. Prasad, over to you.
So myself Prasad Ahire. So our next slide is of application. The main application of our project is of varying DC supply. It is used in various amplifier, oscillators, and it is also used as RPS, which is a regulated power supply to provide DC supply in electronic circuits. So next slide is of merits. So the merit of our project is it has a low power consumption and high efficiency, and it is also small in size and lightweight. We can make it lighter and compact using PCB board. In our project we have used breadboard. It has a wide voltage regulator range, and the filter efficiency is greatly improved. So next slide is of demerits. As every project have disadvantages, so our project also has disadvantages. The disadvantage is of switching regulated power supply is that it is has serious switch issue interference. The what we are using it causes some interference in output voltage. And another disadvantage is heat sink is required. So moving towards the work schedule, from the day one of our PBL session, ma'am have guided on how the what actual PBL is and what we are going to learn in that. So from 24th of Feb to 4th of March, ma'am guided on what are problems in our society, which are technical problems, which are environmental. So ma'am have guided on that. From on 24th of March and 25th March, we have provided we have provided solutions and problems to the ma'am, and ma'am have finalized and we have started working on it by collecting the informations. As and there was some delay of almost 1 month due to our INSEM examination. So our next session was on 21st of April, and we have showed the components and what are the actual components and how we are going to work and circuit to the ma'am, and ma'am have made confirmation. From 29th of April, we have started building the models, and our model was almost built on 5th of May, and we have started making presentation. So next slide is of work distribution. as as we have gather specialty of individual members, and on the basis of that we have given work distributed uh, as equally, so that no on not on a there should be not a workload on a single person. So we have distributed the work such as we were compatible in every distribution. So we have given this work distributed. So next slide is of peer-to-peer learning. In the further slides, we have mentioned what we have learned from our peers that are our members. So first one is Prasad, that is me. I have learned from Piyush that he has a great leadership works, and when the things go out of hand, he knows how to manage the work. And from Abhishek, the presentation skill and his management were excellent. From Harshal, I have learned how to be punctual and sincere and to be calm in work in every work situation. And from Govind, I learn how to manage the stress and how to build a model by using the technical skills. And next is Piyush. Piyush have learned presentation skill and precise working from Prasad. And from Abhishek, he has learned that he has a very unique point of view. From Harshal, he has learned work management and disciplinateness. And from Govind, he has learned that how to put a soul in a work which is to be complicated, which is to be presented. As Abhishek learned from Prasad is how to manage works and load in a shorter duration. From Piyush, managing people, distributing work properly, and from Govind, spreading positivity among team and patients, and Harshal executing the plans and tracing the progress. Govind was a great member. We had reduces the stress in our overall project. He had learned from Piyush a good technical knowledge, coordinating skills, and bargaining skills. From me, he had learned presentation skill, working efficiency, and leadership quality. And from Abhishek, he had learned patience and activeness. And from Arshal, he had learned PPT editing and good behavioral skills. And last is Harshal. Harshal had learned from Prasad presentation skill and confidence, from Piyush team management, time management, from Govind entertainer and motivator, and from Abhishek good technical skills. So our next slide is what we learned, what our group have learned on each individual member. The first one is teamwork. Teamwork was the very challenging term for us, but we have managed it, and our leader had done great work. Second was applying knowledge to develop solution. From it, we learn from this from our ma'am because they have helped in finding the solution, what are actual solutions, what are problems in our environment and surrounding. The other is understanding strength and skills. We also get to know what our hidden talents were and of others also. Research and communication, critical thinking and brainstorming, and the last one is peer-to-peer learning. This was very important. The next slide is self-evaluation. So we have given marks to us on the basis of model, PPT, and presentation. So these are the strength and weaknesses. Strong communication between the group members. This was our main backbone. We have communicated very strongly. The second was harmony among the group members, patient and confidential working, which was in which Harshal was a great. Executing the plan can be the aspect to be improved, and time management was also can be also be improved. Time management is our weakness due to the some events, and we have a lack in time management. Self criticism. So this we have these are drawbacks of each individual member, which have their selfly written. Where do we lack means what were the main important points which we have to improve in our next further life and projects. Some was problem selection. Due to the different opinions, there was a lot of problems in problem selecting. Time management at the starting only. Then time management. There were some cultural events and college gathering due to which we have to put some for a shorter duration people aside and give attention to college events, college gathering, examination, submissions. And the other problem was rated components. In the actual market, we do not find our rated components. And model building also was there because some of our members do not know, such as me, I don't know some technical knowledge in which Govin, Harshal, and Abhishek from Piyush were great. So conclusion is that from all this we have learned is to analyze the problem properly, to know the what actual problem is there in our society, and we also know to how to overcome an adverse si- adverse situation, and being an individual sometimes, and also different skills such as communication, teamwork, coordination, managing time, and people has been improved among each of the group members. So these are from day one, and from in between days we have this are photo gallery. Our ma'am, Mrs. Den ma'am is guiding us. The other is PPT making and model making, working of model. Then we have this is our final circuit. You can see the capacitors, pot resistors. We have continuously worked for 3 hours to make these circuits. So we have also discussed with other members of our group, other groups members. and with also ma'am.